This video is sponsored by Breaking Beans Coffee Roasters. Breaking Beans Coffee is run by Breaking Bread Podcast, which is run by the producer of this channel, Josh, and his good friend, Beardy Beard. You can get fresh beans, grounded and packaged and everything like that sent straight to your door, and all profits made go straight back into making these films and videos and the content for you. Use discount code Ben Pearson for 10% off, and I hope you like your warm brew with some nice biscuits to dump. Hi, I'm Ben Pearson, former Channel 5 Police Interceptor. I'm a retired cop, and I'm going to be looking at some videos of police pursuits. Let's see what we've got.
We're behind a car that we believe contains a male wanted for a conspiracy to commit murder.
Air police have been...
So just let me say straight away, as soon as the call comes through, conspiracy to commit murder, it's a serious job. You cannot fuck this up. You get everyone in place as you can do, and yeah, if it all goes wrong, someone's going to be on the chopping board.
Dispatched to track a silver hatchback. Inside is a murder plot suspect.
Just for them class, we are 300-yard marker from junction 16. It is next to a red container.
There is a lot of planning and a lot of time and effort going into a job like this. You've got to think about all the members of the public that are on the road. You've got to think about all TPAC regulations and the crime that's being committed. But there's a lot of risk factors involved here.
With the helicopter 1,500 feet in the air, the suspect has no idea he's being watched from above.
We're 300 yards from junction 15.
We can sit a little bit further back, so just to create the illusion that we're perhaps not there or we're not involved in that particular incident. Risk
is a massive, massive issue. So let me just say now, we do everything we can to negate anybody, and I mean anybody, whether it's members of the public or it's the criminal themselves, from getting hurt. So if we can drop back and be hidden, we will do.
The air crew spot the suspect leaving the motorway.
Just keep it coming.
Ahead, officers on foot hide behind a broken down lorry and prepare a stinger, a bed of 3-inch nails designed to shred the suspect's tyres.
So it's a good, I don't know if they've made the truck technically break down, or the truck has broken down, or they said we need to use your vehicle. It is a good place to hide, is that. The only thing that I can see downside there is the truck needs to be about 20 feet further back.
There was a backlog of traffic, and that enabled, at that point, us to leave the commentary with the helicopter, and they was able to talk to the officer with the stinger.
2-1, keep the air clear.
As you can see, there's a bit of a wide gap there, so what I'd have done is I'd have parked that Golf close to the junction and tried to close that gap off, but it's hard to do so.
The officer with the stinger can't see the target.
Next to the junction.
But the air police act as her eyes as she prepares to strike.
We need to tell them exactly what's going on. We need to be able to strike at the right time.
Finger out.
Excellent stinger, excellent stinger. You can see where it's gone out. The Golf's then closed the exit, so it can't go anywhere. It's either got to go forwards or it's got to go back, but there's nowhere for this vehicle to go, so that's an excellent deployment.
Vehicle is over the stinger.
And it's stung. So as soon as it goes over the vehicle, tyres instantly start getting let down as a controlled manner, but then the driver of the offending vehicle knows as the pursuit's on.
But he isn't giving up easily.
We are currently normal road speed.
The suspect's tyres are now on their rims. Police on the ground and in the air are ready for his next move.
We're going to go inside and jump.
Oh, Christ. So one of the main things that you don't ever want to happen is when you are on a dual carriageway or a motorway is for a vehicle to stop in either lane 2 or lane 3 and the driver to go over central reservation and into the oncoming traffic. It's just going to lead in one way, and that's going to be fatal.
I'm looking at where they are likely to going to run to.
So best thing about having an helicopter, it's got thermal imaging, it's got, I think it's 1 million or 2 million candle watt lights shine on, and once the helicopter's over you, there's no chance of you getting away.
2-1, give me the air please. We're currently running towards Cemetery Road. Dark clothing, black baseball cap, carrying what looks to be a grey man bag on his phone.
The ground police...
Again, I've said this before, there's 2 people that should have a man bag, and that's it. One's Indiana Jones, and the other person's an Indiana Jones lookalike going to Indiana Jones convention.
They switch between standard and infrared camera modes to track the man in and out of trees.
2-1, he is currently running parallel with the airwell.
The aircrew guide ground forces to cut him off, and he runs straight into the trap.
What has changed? Confirm. Baseball cap. Man bag.
So it just goes to show that even if you are wanted on such a serious crime, making off's pointless. You could have put everyone's life at risk, your own life, and obviously officers' lives, when they're going to catch you and end, so you might as well just give yourself up.
The conspiracy to commit murder charge was dropped, but the suspect was given a suspended sentence for unrelated crimes.
Good job with that.
Yeah, 2-4. I'm just getting this off on the off slip, mate. I'm just going to check it out. It's got no markings on the number plate.
We're looking for a particular HGV style that's linked to basically stealing from lorries.
I won't go into how or why, but a lot of officers, especially traffic, are trained to see how or what a fake registration number looks like, what is not on there, what should be on there, the millimetres apart, the depth of the words and everything else. So it is quite hard to do a fully legit number plate where you can try and trick us, because we 99% will know when it's a fake number plate.
So that number plate, mate, has it got a GB on it?
No, plain.
Well, this one's plain on the front of it, mate.
Very interesting.
The gut feeling straight away is that we suspect this vehicle might be stolen and cloned, and we've probably got a job on here.
We'll do, mate.
And just to make people aware, they think that we won't pursue trucks or motorcycles. It's a fallacy, it's not true. TPAC officers will pursue anything. It's down to certain regulations, but we will pursue trucks.
Yeah, mate, it's Yankee Alpha.
As Matt tails the lorry, other units, including traffic cop John Terry, are racing to catch them up.
Yeah, obviously. M1 southbound at the minute.
So just to let you know, as a ground commander, which is the lead pursuit vehicle, you've got to identify the suspect, the vehicle, your location, where you're heading to, and get your other traffic units in position there, along with MPAS, a dog, and coordinate a stop, all at the same time as you're driving in the pursuit.
How we're going to stop it, what we're going to do if it doesn't stop. Yeah, there's lots of things now starting to go through his head.
I'll jump in front, I'll get the follow me on.
Okay, mate.
Follow me's on.
So when it says follow me, we've got rear matrix board in the back of the car, and we can write anything on it. Most things are stop, police, follow me, ice, snow, fog, that sort of thing, to give people warnings. But you can type in what you want on them, like put your phone down or pay attention or anything like that.
We're going to take him off at this next junction, and we'll have a chat with him and see what the crack is. Is he not coming? No.
Ignored you?
Yeah.
So he's ignored him, which straight to me, it's a suspicious vehicle. It's going to be a failed stop, so you need to get your plan in action.
He's failed to comply when I've asked him to follow me off at the junction. I don't know why.
He did start to go and then pulled back out.
Another officer gets ahead of the lorry and puts his lights on to get it stopped.
No, he's going.
There's no way you can pull in front of a lorry and put your brakes and expect it to stop, but the officer's done the right thing there to identify himself, to say, we are here, pull in, and it's clear the intention of the driver is, I'm going to go, sod you.
They've got a heavy piece of machinery there, and if they want to plough through a police car, you know, they're quite capable of doing that. So, yeah, scary.
The problem is, because of the size of it, it could quite easily ram us out the way, and it's not something we can box in like we can a car.
See, the truck driver's got to imagine there's nowhere he can run, there's nothing he can do. He's on a motorway, he either abandons the vehicle or he stays in it, but there's no point running.
You know, when he gets the opportunity, he's going to just run. The worry is if he tries to jump the barrier into the southbound, because obviously moving traffic.
Yes, that's what I said to do.
9 police units from 3 forces.
In my time, in 19 years, I've only pursued 2 heavy goods vehicles. That's how often it happens, and each time it has been absolutely petrifying when you do so. It's not something I'd like to have done again, and I do pity anyone that's going to be in a pursuit with an HGV.
About 2, 1 behind on scene with no video in, and we'll continue down and shot play to lane 3, back to lane 2.
It is scary, but if you look at it, it absolutely it looks brilliant, doesn't it? It absolutely looks fantastic.
Now lane 3, speed 5 here.
Oh, making contact.
Just ran me twice.
Yeah, he's making contact now, so I wouldn't want to be there in front of that truck.
It's your worst nightmare because you're being hit by an 18-ton lorry. You know, there's only going to be one winner there. It's quite capable of causing mayhem you know, pushing police cars out of the way, because, you know, we've got nothing that's going to stop that.
One officer gets ahead to lay in wait with a stinger.
Shoot, this vehicle is a lane at 3.
See, on every time you do a T-pack and do a sting, you've got to hide behind a hard surface, a wall, or a heavy-duty vehicle such as the truck. I wouldn't want to be pulling a stinger out on an 18-ton truck, because whatever you're going to be hiding behind, if it wants to go through it, it will go through it.
As you pass the exit, I'm just after under the bridge. Just setting up now. So all units, I need you to back off. Back off. Subject vehicle lane 1, 200 yard marker. 100 yard marker.
It's even making my palms go sweaty now.
See you, Martin. The vehicle's been stung. Not sure how many tyres. It continues.
As a traffic vehicle, we have truck stingers, which are longer, thicker, with bigger spikes in. And we have normal stingers, but both do a good job, and both will put a truck to bed and pop its tyres. It's just how many tyres it's got.
Slowing.
You can see the marks there from behind the truck.
Tyres are stung. Stand by for a
It's going to be decamping and running. There he goes. So again, darkness, jumping out of the truck, straight across the 3 lanes of the carriageway. It's a no-no.
2 out, 2 out. Sterile area on, please. Sterile area on. Full block, please.
When he says sterile as well, what we do as a traffic unit, we'll put in a neutral cordon. So there's a sterile area, so we know that we can work on the motorway then. It's going to be safe. We know there is about any trucks or vehicles coming past us.
A police helicopter crew using a heat-seeking camera are helping cops on the ground search for the runaways.
Bus 31, they're just by the footbridge, going to bring them out on the road.
Go on, mate. Go.
Just cameras there, you can see how dark it is. One gentleman there is wearing his high-vis vest. You can see how much he stands out, and the other officer isn't wearing anything high-vis, and you can see how much he doesn't stand out. So you shouldn't really ever be on the motorway without anything high-vis on.
Yeah, officer there, going down that driveway, yeah, straight ahead of you, both there.
I like how he still tries to run with helicopter above an auto bobbies there, but yeah, we're good with that. I like that. I ain't been in a pursuit in probably 3 years, maybe a bit longer. So for me now, it gives you a bit of clammy hands. If you're doing it 6 times a week, it's fine, but it still gives you a bit of nerves.
The team spot the wanted car up ahead.
Stand by, stand by.
And close in.
We've got the ability of plane cars to sneak up on people and stop them without them know it's happening until it's too late.
Strike, strike, strike. Go on, mate, go on.
Oh, right, T-Pack. That was a brilliant wrap when they did it. The only downside is they didn't get it too tight, which you've got to rely on the white BMW getting right tight behind the S3, and then the Golf boxing it in even tighter to give it no room to move. So the box itself was fantastic executed, but it just wasn't as tight as what it should have been.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming!
And that's why, and it looks like there's a man at the side of the road now in a uniform with no car.
Is a go-to tactic now by some criminals where they'll try and ram into us to try and disable our vehicle.
Right, ramming. This is another thing. When you get rammed, it's an official police tactic that once you've been rammed, you now technically have 30 to 90 seconds before your vehicle overheats because the radiators pop. So then what you should be doing is creating OLL on the vehicle in front. No one will agree with that, and no one will say that's an authorised tactic. But it's what happens if you get rammed from the front and your radiator goes, you create bedlam and you take the vehicle out in front.
Suspecting the driver is desperate to hide something, Nick tries to get ahead and block his path.
And now it's all gone to rat shit. He's on his way trying to get out and he's going to do anything. So this is the moment now where the vehicle needs to be stopped and taken out. So your vehicle's already been damaged. It's already got contact on it. So just stop it and put it to bed. It looks like the BMW is some sort of M Sport and it's going to be a fast pursuit. Said that too early, didn't he? He can't drive for shit. He's all over the road. It looks like his back tyre's gone or his axle's gone. But again, he's not putting it to bed. He's not stopping. He's keep going.
with the wanted man doing whatever it takes to get away.
See, on the road there, if you look at where the road layout is now to where he's positioned, that screams to me tactical contact on rear end. I would have done what we call the pit manoeuvre. Again, we're not trained to do it, but we all still do it. And I'd have put it to bed there and then. There's enough officers, there's enough cars, and they are damaged. So taking one more car, which obviously has been damaged, put it to bed.
We've got any sort of plan, or we're just literally going to see where it goes.
You can see by its weaving, it's not going to be going fast, and back end's gone. So it's prime time now to get something on.
The damaged car continues along one of the county's main roads.
Let's get past him then.
Just as the team prepare for yet another box, there's a problem.
See, brilliant positioning there from both cars.
A junction ahead leads to residential areas.
The last thing we want is a vehicle to mount the pavement and run.
All pursuits, regardless of what you're doing. If you're on motorway or dual carriageway, we will keep you on dual carriageway or the motorway. We won't let you off.
So whenever it's heading towards a town or city, we've got to be thinking, what risk are we putting members of the public at?
Surely I can get stinging. Surely I can get stinging.
With busy urban streets avoided, the team close in again.
Get it wrapped, lad. Oh, and he's gone. Ooh.
And there's a chance to end the chase.
See, again, he's gone. You should have been pitting right up to the front of the nose of that vehicle, not let it go anywhere, and you should have had an offside wrap on it straight away. Like that, take it out straight away. Take it out. What are you doing? Sorry. It's just frustrating.
We need to be ending that pursuit one way or another.
Oh, God. So I'm not going to bring any names up, but he's called Mikey. He's at Bradford. If you're watching Mikey, big love. All you needed was Mikey in one car, and then it'd have just taken it out straight away. Rather take one car out at 30 grand than take 5 cars out at 100 grand. Oh!
Finally, as the suspect attempts to continue, he's boxed in.
You should never, if you're in a box like that there, you should never be getting out of the passenger side of that car. If he puts his leg down and that car reverses into the police car, it'd cut your leg straight off.
But still he tries to break out. And officers have no choice but to use force.
Fuck him up! Sorry. I can say that now, I'm a civilian.
Tasered suspect is still struggling with the police.
You could have killed so many people today.
Has he got a bikini on? Is that like a bikini? Is that like... Is he wearing shorts? Right, I really enjoyed that. It just goes to show as ground commander, you've got to have that little bit inside that says, I'm not going to let my colleagues get hurt, and if I can stop it, I will stop it. I would rather justify to a traffic sergeant, inspector, or ACC that I've smashed up one car, I've done a manoeuvre, and we've brought the pursuit to bed with no one getting hurt, than risk damaging 5-6 cars at £150,000 plus, where we've lost a bit of control. But yeah, the officer did an exemplary job. Things could have been changed, but it's all a learning curve. So yeah, good pursuit sim, I like that. I've got really sweaty hands. I don't like it. Thank you very much from me, and good night, God bless.